Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Duncan Alderdice, and in these videos, I make short videos in the morning as I walk through my thoughts as I talk, as I get my life back together. Again, just rearrange those words in a way that makes sense to you. In today's video, the things I'm going to talk about is the car that has just pulled out. No, it's turning around, so that's okay. What am I going to talk about? I'm going to talk about my sleep cycle being off. It's going to be a thing. Needing to get a sense of urgency back in recording these videos, and the other things that come to mind. Number one is because I was sick many days ago, and for 2 days, and I was like sleeping just a bunch. Then now, like, I'm not getting tired until 2 o'clock in the morning. There's the wind. And because I'm not getting tired until 2 o'clock in the morning, then I don't go to bed until around then. And so then there's no sleep pressure, but that means I need to get up earlier, but then that's such little sleep. But then also because I have no job, there's no external adrenaline pressure of like, you need to get up right now. And I'm still in, I guess what you could call a liminal space, backrooms. In terms of like where my life is, like, because I mean, I did a bunch of, that's the thing I'm hoping I get here from today is the offer letter. I checked my email before I left for this walk. No email, but the guy did say we had a job lined up, or he wanted to send an offer that was official early this week. Founder started up doing a bunch of shit all over the place, so hopefully it's not a surprise kazoo sandwich, and then I just get like a email saying like, by the way, no, because that'd be like really annoying, because then all this fast time that I have been waiting, I could have been applying, and then the summer, and it's just this is a whole calamity. But because I also want to Spotify something. No. What I want to start doing is actually like looking at apartments and book a trip to go back to Montreal within the coming weeks before my start date, where I can actually scout out different sort of places. But I can't do that until I have an offer in place, because that is what then I'd be using for leverage to, or not leverage, but to apply. Funny enough, saw this video yesterday. There are on the island of Montreal, in what there's currently like a housing crisis of some degree. That's kind of everywhere, but there are 25,000 like livable units available. And like the host goes like, well, what do you mean there's a housing crisis? And then the mayor goes, well, what we need to add on to that is affordable housing crisis is what we have. That yes, there's a bunch of, in the past half decade, high-end luxury apartments of like $2,000 to $4,000 a month. So it's not all like that in Montreal, but that are there. And the average income of a Montreal resident isn't enough to be able to hit that 30% or quarter week rule. And so there needs to be something to do about that. So that's just another thing that's happening. But I think we're just is what's the interesting part is because it's like there are units available, but then the quality of tenant that is available isn't. And that's the other thing, because immigration is now being cracked down on. Not just they're not letting as many in, when there's not as many residents coming in from foreign countries bringing their foreign money, then those are the people who would be like, if you're in a it's a renter's market when there are more units than there are renters, and it's the inverse of that when it's a landlord market or whatever. And so for these past like few years, it has been more of a landlord market, which has allowed the landlords to increase the price. And that's, you can either say that makes them evil, or you can say that is how markets work. That's the way I'm going to phrase it. I'm going to look at it just devoid of good or bad. If I walk this way, is there a bunch of wind? No, it doesn't seem like there is. But in any case, on other news, in another cutlery drawer. No, but so it is just now that policy has changed, and then there's still people who are looking for things, but I don't know whether it's like they can't find them, like people can't find housing, or landlords can't find tenants. Because the other thing I will say is it doesn't really seem like there's that big of a scare factor. And what I mean by that is because there's a ton of landlords and like putting out promotions in terms of like 2 months free rent or 1 month free rent paid over the course of the lease. But like that doesn't happen if you have like just a ton of tenants to go through. So then that's where it's like the thing I'm thinking through as well is the next place, like the job that I get, is the apartment that I want to stay in for a while. Like again, this is me documenting my thoughts, but like the goal that I'm trying to accomplish is putting my life together. It's like, okay, well, what does that mean to put your life together properly? Like one of it is like make decisions for your life intentionally rather than just the first you can get. Like the apartment I was in before, great apartment, but it was just kind of the first one I could get. And it was an upgrade for where I was at the time being, before being a 180 square foot shoebox right on the edge of a busy street with floor to ceiling windows such that even at night it was bright. Sleeping on an air mattress in order to conserve space. Yeah, good that it's necessary. But so it's not just like I want to think through. I haven't really approached apartment hunting before like this. It's normally been more just like let's find a place. Oh, this is good rent. It's normally just been rent has been the only thing I have been really considering. I feel a car behind me, so I'm gonna talk to you in a second. If rent worked, then it was good. But now it's like, okay, well, let's also consider view, not so much, but like location, I think would be the big thing. It's like, where in Montreal do I want to start living and like define myself as the borough and like adopt that sort of identity? And like, how close to a metro, how close to like there's going to be more factors in this decision. Again, all of this is just kind of pie in the sky thinking, because it's like, well, I could go through it, tour a place, get emotionally attached, but then be like, hey, I'd like to apply. And they're like, can we see proof of income? And then I'm like, I don't have a job, but trust me. So they're going to be like, no, which is fair. However, there's a lot of progress being made that is the potential of progress, but it's like the loading bar is progressing, but the file still isn't downloaded, you know? And I'm still waiting for a key step to complete before I can start actually doing my thing. So that's the tea on that. That's where I am today. And I know you know this already. No, hold on. I appreciate you watching again. And I know you know this already, but I'll say it again. Is that desire is what drives you forward. The pain you're going through is necessary. That is why you need to believe in yourself, because you're more capable of doing great things than you give yourself credit. Lean in, aim up, and move forward. Yes, you can. Yes, you will.